come back now. You know when your phone be ringing and mess your live up. Hey y'all, what's up? You know I was getting ready to share my message and spread my big energy, y'all. My phone will start ringing. But listen, check this out. My word of the day is by any means necessary. When you're trying to find yourself, there's 2 non-negotiables that you have to take heed to at any given time. Number 1, always remember who you are. Whoever that is, whether that person is victim to their own human error, whether you have flaws, whether you have a past, just always remember who you are. And number 2, always protect your peace. I'm telling you, those 2 things in of itself will help you in your seasons of transition. It's so important to remember who you are, number 1, because you got to know where you're starting from. You know, you got to know what you're working on, what you're trying to build on, and what you're trying to expand. You can't do so if you're starting from a blank slate, because then you're trying to reinvent yourself, and that of itself is even a greater difficulty than it is for you to just start from what you already working with. Work with what you got, you know. Don't let nobody tell you that who you are and what you're trying to do is too flawed for you to get improved, for you to get better, for you to be better and see better, you know. So with that being said, then once you remember and you figure out who you are and you stand in who you are, man, protect your peace. Whatever is necessary for you to maintain your mind, because the thing about it is that's where you're always going to be attacked the most, is in your mind. With your thoughts, your feelings, the way, and when you remember who you are, you won't fall victim to your own insecurity. You won't second guess yourself as much, you know, because the thing about it is I tell y'all all the time, is like when you can own your own shit, you a different type of beast. When people can come to you and they can express, oh, you're this or you're that, and you can come to an agreement with them, like, I know this, but I'm working on that. That's a way more powerful conversation than a person think that they're going to attack your character and your integrity. So that's why I say remember who you are. And then you're going to protect your peace by remembering who you are. So the 2 work cohesively together. You got to understand that now. See, the thing about it is people will always try to betray you to be who they think you are. But when you know who you are, you stand different. You sit different. They can't attack you in the same way as they can attack a person who doesn't really have any understanding of who they are and what they're trying to be and where they're trying to go. So it goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand with not falling victim to the insecurity of the worldliness of other people. Because first of all, I don't believe in cutting people down anyways. We all got shit, you know. We all have things that we have to work on and that we have to be better in and that we have to improve our vision on. So the reality is no one should be calling anyone out on anything. You know, if a person seeks your input, that is totally different than you just applying pressure in your input and your 2 cents to situations that really have nothing to do with you, you know. That's why I'm so big on it. Like when I get on here and I talk, y'all don't ever hear me talking about another person. I'm not telling nobody how to live their life or what they should do or how they should, you know, execute on whatever it is they're trying to do. You want to know why? Because I'm not better than nobody. My vision is a little bit more clear because I'm doing the work for me to be clear, but I'm not better than nobody because I see different, you know. Just like a person with glasses ain't better than a person who has 20/20 vision. You know, we all just skilled and built for different things, you know. So all that said, don't let nobody make you feel like your flaw is too extensive for you to elevate. Because the reality is we all have the predisposition for change. We are all divinely created and ordained in a sense of self that allows us to be able to be better at any given point that we choose it. So instead of falling victim to the perception of other people, make sure that you're remembering who you are. And when you remember who you are and you take heed to that and you like, you know what? I want to be better. I want to do better. I want to see better. At that given point, you've made a decision that 95% of people won't make. You've made a decision for you to be better, for you to do the work, for you to commit to the process. And that in of itself will always be blessed. So don't let nobody stress you about where you at, because it never matters where you at. It's always about where you going, how you going to be better, how you going to do better, how you going to see better. Because I want clarity. And clarity don't come from being all in confusion and chaos, you know. So don't let anybody let you succumb to your own chaos too, you know. Because the thing about it is a lot of people who don't know themselves will try to make you feel like you don't know who you are. And so when you're in that position, the most powerful thing you can do to combat that 2 cents is for you to remember who you are. You got to be able to stand on it. Whether it's the good, the bad, the ugly, you got to remember who you are. And the more you stand firm on who you are, the more those conversations of people trying to attack your character or demean you, they're going to start deflecting, because people going to know they can't bring it to you. It's not as exciting for a person who's trying to attack you when you already can own your own shit. I'm telling you, I am a product of those type of conversations. I used to be, number one, you got to understand, I've never been a person who was overzealous in showing off. You know what I'm saying? Who I am, what I bring to the table, my looks, nothing. Like, I've never been that person. I've always been very humble. People mistake humility for stupidity. They mistake it for a weakness instead of appreciating it for what it is. And so now that I understand that and I'm living in that truth of who I am, people don't approach me with the same type of demeanor. I was able to start deflecting those conversations, because now it's like, you can't come to me and make me feel away. Because people only tell you about yourself when they want you to feel away. They want you to feel like you are submitting to their version of you. They want you to feel like you have to submit to what they say you got to work on and who they say you have to be. But the reality is if I can stand on who I am, it's not so much you can tell me. And it's not about not listening either. Because I'm always going to be open to the opinions of other people. I'm going to be open to that perception, because, hey, who's to say you might not see a little bit that I ain't seen? So you got to stay open to that as far as you being in transition. But I don't have to accept it as that is law. I don't have to accept it as that is my truth. Because I am the only determiner of what my truth is, you know. I'm the one who determines who I am and who I'm going to be and what effort I'm going to put forth to being whatever it is I'm supposed to be, you know. I'm the only one who's responsible for that. And the more that you understand that, the more that you abide by that law, the more you're going to be able to distract yourself from getting caught up in the worldliness of other people, man. I'm so big on that. Because people will judge you and don't even know who they are. People will judge you and they got shit just like you got shit. And so that's why I say it's so important for us to stay firm in who we are right now. Like, whether it is you got to work on some stuff, man, just own it. Own it. Own it. Own who you are. Own what you're trying to do. Own where you're coming from. And I'm telling you, you're going to find more peace that way. Because most people don't have peace because they running. You know, think about it. If you constantly running from who you are and who you're supposed to be and who you're trying to be, man, you're going to run out of breath eventually. But imagine standing firm in, this is who I am. When I look myself in the mirror, this is who I am. This is who I am right now, though. Because that's the thing, too. Once you figure out who you are, right, you got to remember, I can always improve on this person. I can always improve on this person. I can always be better than I am right now. But at some point, I got to know where I'm starting from. I got to put that marker on my map so I can remember who it is I am right now. Okay, cool, Kayla. This is what you got going on. This is what you need to improve on. I'm not going to be too hard on myself. I'm going to be patient through my process. And when people come to try to attack my character, guess what? I'm going to be able to have a conversation instead of a conviction. You can't convict me of something that I'm already acknowledging, that I'm already well aware of. That's why knowing yourself is so important. And so now, boom, I know myself. I've already put myself in a position to put markers on my self-improvement to say, hey, look, this is who I am. This is who I want to be. This is what I'm going to do to get there. Now I got a plan. And in the plan there is purpose. And you got to know that. Because when proper planning leads to proper execution. So I'm properly planning. So when you come to me with a certain type of energy, guess what? Instead of having a conversation as though I'm completely oblivious to whatever you're talking about now, I'm going to have an even more in-depth conversation. Hey, man, look, you're absolutely correct. This is something that I could be better at. But hey, let me take it a step further. This is what I'm doing to work on it. This is how I'm going to get better at that. Hey, you know what? Check my progress. Check my progress in a little bit so you can see what's going on with it, you know? Let me see who's trying to get on here. I'm telling you, self-improvement, self-acknowledgement, those have to be your non-negotiables, man. Agree to be in agreement with who you are. And then once you agree to be in agreement with who you are right now, make it a non-negotiable to maintain your peace. Don't let anybody take that from you. Don't let anybody steal that from you, because the thing about it is, in peace there is joy. In joy, everybody deserves to have a different level and degree of happiness, man. Nobody is deserving of subpar energy, even as it pertains to themselves. You know, it's important. It's important that we stay in tune with who we are. Listen, y'all know I be talking from my heart and my own experience, man. Like, I have become such a better person as I've been acknowledging who I am, man. Like, and just owning it, boy. Like, it's so powerful. Like, I remember being in a season of being depressed, and my biggest thing was that people would make me feel like I was less than. They would tell me things about myself, and I would be so stuck on the fact that I didn't really know who I was, that I couldn't even take heed to the fact that you're attacking my character. You're attacking me. You're not helping me. You attacking me. You know, or in certain instances, with me not knowing who I am, I might be receiving it as an attack, and it's not intended to be an attack. So overall, it just helps to know where you're starting from. Figure out who you are, man. Figure out who you are. It is one of the best things you can ever do. It's going to take some time, because we're constantly changing. We're constantly evolving. But hey, man, you can't say that something is impossible if you've never tried it. You got to try it. Don't knock it till you try it, man, because I'm telling you, y'all be out here like, Kayla, big energy this, big energy that. I want to have a conversation with you. I want to get in the room with you. Look, I'm telling you what I'm doing for me to get into this room and this space, for me to build this house. I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm learning myself. And when I'm learning myself, I'm learning to be accountable for who she is. Then I get perception and I get clarity on who she's going to be, who she desires to be. I'm in tune with myself now. So that in of itself is a step up. I'm always going to stay 10 steps ahead of the game, because I'm constantly evolving. I'm open to it, you know. I ain't running from nothing. I'm not running from no conversations. I'm not running from anything about myself, because guess what? I don't got to run when I know that I have the talent, skills, and abilities for me to be better in it. I can change, you know. I don't got to stay where I am right now. I'm not subject to just being stuck or being lost. That's not for me. What's for me is clarity and prosperity. And so understanding that and taking heed to that, man, that's a different type of energy, man. I'm telling you. It's a whole different type of energy. People fear people like me. They fear people like me, but it's not necessary to fear it, but people do. You want to know why? Because they don't know who they are. People fear a person that they can't tell nothing to. You know, you can't come and you can't tell me, Kayla, you this and Kayla, you that, because I know who Kayla is. You can't paint a perception. Even if people were to bring me things that other people say about me, I'm so firm in understanding of who I am that it's not going to even hit the same. It probably won't even be able to penetrate. So I digress by saying, find out who you are and stand firm in it. And when you find out who you are, keep doing the work to get better. And as you get better, celebrate yourself. Clap for yourself. You know what I mean? If you make a stride and you handle a situation in a better version of yourself than you would have a month ago, clap for yourself. Honor yourself. Appreciate yourself, because growth deserves to be complimented. Change deserves to be complimented. Like, you deserve all of the applause that are coming your way, so stop running from it. Because the thing about it is that is going to be the reward on the other side of you doing your due diligence to be the best version of yourself. I'm telling you. So I encourage you today, y'all. Figure out who you are. Start the process. If you're on the journey, keep going. Stay inspired. If you haven't started the journey, then initiate it. Figure out who you are. And then when you figure out who you are, find out what it takes to maintain your peace and work on that. And those two things in of itself should keep you busy enough for you to be the best version of yourself. For you to limit distractions and the things that you allow. Like, you got to start being accountable for your process of what it is you're trying to do. I'm telling you. Can't nobody do this for you, man. So load up. You hear me? Load up on love. Load up on understanding. Load up on patience. And be prepared. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself to be the best version of yourself. And look, as you on this journey, keep yourself encouraged. Because part of maintaining your peace is reassurance. So find the things and the people and the spaces where you can go to safely and feel reassured. And then when you maintain that, boy, I promise y'all going to see a change that you've never experienced, man. That is big energy, man. It's big love. You hear me? Listen, y'all. I gotta navigate because I took the wrong turn a couple times now. But hey, look, we're gonna get to the destination eventually because I had to get that off my heart. I really did. So I hope you guys have a blessed and a prosperous day. And remember, those non-negotiables. Remember who you are. Figure it out now. And number 2, figure out what it takes to maintain your peace. And then reside in that big energy and that big love, man, and keep being great. Keep being great.